Okay, we're back. Okay, so we're back. We are diving into the heart of Emily Nagoski's Come As You Are.
And I am so ready. I've been feeling so much more fluid lately after that massage. But I want to get into the mechanics. We're looking at this idea of the software update, that we aren't broken. We just need a better operating environment.
A software update for your libido, I love it. Though, looking at my week, my hardware is currently just a series of random muscle spasms.
Join the club, Paco. My ankle is still a disaster. But let's get to the text. It starts with this heavy scene, this chick show involving a couple, Patrick and Olivia. They're stressed, they're starving, and Olivia is, well, she's struggling.
Right. Look at how she phrases the problem. She says, I was sort of hoping we could fix me.
That line, it's so heavy. Fix me. It's that exact broken narrative we've been talking about. She thinks she's a defective unit that needs a repairman.
But the author, Emily, she just shrugs her off. She says, easy. Work out a plan when you're both calm and then use the plan when you're stressed.
Easy for you to say, author. But look at what Olivia says next. This is the part that gets me. She says she feels this drive to orgasm, but it disconnects me from my body and from Patrick. She feels like a visitor in her body.
That is a profound way to describe it. And Nagoski labels it right there. It's a perfect example of wanting without liking.
Wait, hold on. I need to unpack that. We usually think if you want it, you must all like it, right? But she's saying the biological wanting is firing, the engine is revving, but the liking, the actual pleasure or connection, is totally absent.
It's like being hungry enough to eat a raw onion, but you still hate the taste of onion. The drive is there, but the joy isn't.
And it's happening because of the context. The stress is hitting the brakes.
Exactly. And she uses this brilliant, almost scientific illustration here. She talks about the mesolimbic system, the reward center. She mentions a study on cocaine addicts where images flash for only 33 milliseconds.
33 milliseconds? That's faster than a blink.
Way faster. And the subjects didn't even know they saw the images. They couldn't tell you what they saw, but their wanting systems lit up like a Christmas tree.
So, the brain is reacting to things we aren't even consciously aware of. That's terrifying. Or incredibly liberating, depending on how much you trust your subconscious.
It's both. It's why she uses italics for wanting, liking, and learning. She's saying these aren't just casual words. They are these deep, automated biological processes.
Which brings us to her big metaphor, the garden.
Right. She says the gardener that's us can weed and water and fertilize, but the gardener doesn't actually make the plants grow.
I like that. It takes the pressure off. You can't just grit your teeth and command your genitals to be excited.
Exactly. You just create the best possible environment. The weather, the soil, the nutrients, that's the context.
And here's the kicker, the real aha moment of the whole chapter. When sex doesn't feel great, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, which means that you can create positive change without changing you.
Oh, read that again, without changing you.
It's a total paradigm shift. If the software is struggling, don't rewrite the code, just change the inputs. Change the environment.
It's so much more empowering than the medical approach. The medical approach says, you have a deficit, let's supplement it. This approach says, your system is fine. Let's just turn off the sirens and the smoke so the system can actually work.
But she admits it's not one size fits all. She talks about context being different for everyone. For some, it's a wild hookup in a closet. For others, it's slow, romantic devotion.
And then we get to Camilla. Her story is a beautiful way to close this loop. She uses a different metaphor, the shower.
Because the garden metaphor was too much work?
Maybe. She says her accelerator is like a hot water heater that takes a long time to heat the whole tank. It works, it just needs patience.
And her partner Henry realized he couldn't just chase her. He had to wait.
There's that line again. I can't chase you if you're moving toward me.
That is such a sharp insight. By rushing to meet the plan, she was actually preventing the liking from catching up to the wanting. She needed that delay, that tension to let the pilot light catch.
Man, I think I need to go check my contacts for the rest of the week. Maybe less caffeine, more whatever it is that makes the water heat up faster.
Just start by not being a broken person, Paco. It's a good start.
Okay, let's pick up right where we left off. We just talked about the gardener and the shower, but now the author starts getting really, really practical. She's moving from theory into, well, actual homework.
Oh, I love the TL dot is section at the top. It's like she's saying, look, if you tuned out during the neurobiology, here's the cheat sheet.
Or she's just making sure we don't miss the point. Because we were too busy arguing about whether the brain is a garden or a plumbing system.
Fair. But look at this first point. She uses tickling. It's such a simple, visceral example. She says, if your partner tickles you when you're already feeling turned on, it can be fun. But if they tickle you when you're angry, it's just irritating.
Exactly. Same physical sensation, completely different perception. It's all context.
It's like when I play the tambourine. If you're dancing with me, the rhythm is magic. If you're trying to sleep and I'm practicing a new beat, I'm basically a domestic terrorist.
We've all been there, Paco.
And she takes that and scales it up. She says, when you're stressed out, your brain interprets just about everything as a potential threat. When you're turned on, your brain could interpret just about anything as sex-related.
Because the context is shifting the entire lens. It's like if the brakes are slammed on, the brain is in survival mode. And in survival mode, sex is a luxury you can't afford.
Right. You're scanning for tigers, not looking for, well,
And then she hits us with the wanting, liking, and learning again. She says you can anticipate without wanting, which is just, that's dread, isn't it?
Yeah, like when you see the check engine light on your car. You anticipate the repair, but you definitely don't want the experience.
But look at what follows. This is where the book turns into a workbook. She gives these massive, detailed worksheets. She wants you to list everything from your mental and enough physical well-being to partner characteristics and setting.
Oh, great. I was hoping for a light read, not a self-help audit. How is your body image today? Does your partner's smell trigger your shame? Please fill out in triplicate.
But wait, Jane, look at the purpose of it. She's asking you to identify sexy contexts versus not so sexy contexts. She wants you to look at things like distractibility, anxiety, or even work-related stress.
It's brilliant, actually. She's forcing you to look at the variable. If you realize that distractibility is the main reason sex fails for you, then you stop trying to fix your libido and you start trying to fix your environment. You move the phone, you dim the lights, you create a space where you can actually focus.
It's like optimizing a server. You don't blame the code of the CPUs at 100% capacity because of background tests. You close the tabs.
Precisely, and she pushes it even further. She asks you to pick 2 or 3 changes that are concrete and specific. Not be more romantic, but this is what goes on our to-do list.
Change 1, buy more wine. Change 2, stop talking about work after 8 p.m. I mean, I guess I could do that.
It's about agency, Jane. It's moving from I'm broken to I have a plan.
But then she pivots. She moves away from the worksheets and back into the stories. And this one is heavy. She introduces Merritt.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Merritt says, why should I trust my body? My whole adult life, my body has been unreliable and falling apart. When I get stressed, everything just shuts down. I get sick, I get injured, and that includes sex.
That is heartbreaking. That's not just a sexual problem. That's a fundamental rupture with the self.
It's a broken narrative. Her body isn't a partner, it's an adversary.
And Nagoski notes that while it fits the sensitive breaks model, there's something deeper. Something about how a body that has learned to survive through shutting down creates a very specific kind of architecture.
Man, we went from tickling to existential betrayal really fast.
That's the thing about the software update, Paco. Sometimes you're trying to recover a lost connection to the hardware itself.
Okay, let's pull ourselves together. We just went from a very heavy place with Merritt, that feeling of the body being an adversary to some of the most practical, almost instructional writing in the book.
It's such a pivot, but it's necessary. She's taking that raw, visceral pain and saying, okay, let's look at the signals. And I love how she frames it. It's not about the specific situation, but these primal, evolutionary messages.
I am at risk versus I am safe. I am broken versus I am whole. It's so stripped down, no fluff.
It's like checking the dashboard lights. You don't need to understand the entire internal combustion engine to know that if the red light is flashing, you shouldn't try to hit 100 miles per hour.
Exactly. And she brings us back to that one-ring concept, the emotional center. She says the 2 systems with the most immediate impact on pleasure are stress and love.
And she defines them so clearly. Stress is the runaway system. Love is the join the tribe system.
But then she gets into the messy part, the part where they overlap.
Right. The I am lost state, where you have the passion of love but the agony of discord. She calls it sex that advances the plot.
Sex that advances the plot. I love that. It's like, okay, the drama is high, the tension is killing us, but at least something is happening in the narrative.
But then she hits us with this massive counterintuitive claim about how to actually deal with stress. This is the part that actually changed how I think about my own workouts and tension. She says the key to managing stress so it doesn't wreck your sex life is not just relaxing or calming down.
Wait, what? I thought the whole point of self-care was to just...
That's the trap, Jane. She says you have to allow the stress response cycle to complete. You have to discharge it. You can't just suppress the fight or flight energy. You have to let the body finish the loop.
So you can't just meditate the stress away. You actually have to do something.
She uses this incredible image of an animal. Think about a lion. You run, you escape, you reach the village, you celebrate, you eat the lion, you have a burial service.
A bit of a long dinner, but okay.
But the point is, the end. The feeling of, I am safe. The cycle has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you have to reach that I am safe part to stop the engine from revving.
And that is where it gets scary. Because if you can't fight or flee, if the threat is too big,
You freeze.
Exactly. The brakes response, the tonic immobility. The body just shuts down to try and survive.
That explains so much. That explains why Merritt feels like she's falling apart. Her body isn't failing. It's stuck in the freeze part of the loop. It's all that adrenaline and cortisol, but there's no action to burn it off. It's just stale.
it's just sitting there poisoning the well.
She uses this beautiful haunting image here. She talks about an animal that survives an intense dread and then does something extraordinary. It shakes. It trembles. It heaves a great big sigh.
It's shaking itself off.
Yes, self-paced termination. It's the body's way of purging the residue. It's the body's way of finally saying, the danger is over. We can move back to I am safe.
Man, I feel like I need to go shake my entire body right now. Just shake the incompetent boss stress out of my limbs.
We all do, Paco. We all do.
But how do you do that when the stressor is just your email inbox? You can't exactly hunt a lion in the middle of the office.
That is the million-dollar question, and she's about to start answering it.
I think my brain is officially full for a second.
Let's take a breather and grab some water.